Howdy guys, welcome to Shelby Wright Garage. We are now on part 3 for the BA Mini restoration. This is our final video. We're on the downhill run now, and why don't we pick up where we left off. We've got some panels that need some colour. Let's get him sorted. And here we are, we finally got all of our last colour painting completely done, guys. Happy days. So we've also gone to the wrecking yard in the meantime, and I actually noticed a little something interesting. So we've gotten our replacement fuse panel here. We already have our replacement cable here for the bonnet. Now I noticed that nearly everything in the wrecking yard was broken, and if they weren't broken, they were missing. So obviously there's a bit of an issue where a few of you guys don't know how to take these out without destroying them. So I'm going to give you a bit of a close-up right now how it works. Now, as we observe, we need to actually slide this in here like so. When we work to the front, we can see it hasn't clipped in yet. We push it further back, and then once it's back, we bring it forward whilst pushing down, and it's clipped into place. When we remove it, we lift up, push back, then lift up a bit more and slide it forward. Easy as that. And now that we've seen how it works, it's time to get it fitted. Happy days. Alright, here we are guys, we're now getting towards the pointy end. It's detail time. So first up we're going to start running through all of these painted panels. So we've got the left hand quarter, the boot lid and the bonnet. Now these are all off the gun. Whilst they look pretty shiny and they look great when I showed you previously, on closer inspection there is too much orange peel and we need to slice it out and buff it to get that nice glass-like looking mirror finish, and I'm going to show you how it's done. Let's take a look. And so as I move the camera across the boot lid, pay special attention to the fluoro lights. They show up every little imperfection, and you can see that across the surface of this paint there's a little bit of orange peel. So we're going to slice the whole lot back with a bit of 1200 grit sandpaper. And after very super light sand, when we take a close look in here, we can still see some shiny patches between the orange peel, but of course the top layer has now become dull. So we'll keep on going. And now as we have a closer look, we can see the whole area has now got a low sheen to it. All the shiny parts are completely gone. Now that section is ready for polishing. Now normally I would be sanding the entire panel before doing any form of polishing, but I did want to make sure that I did just this tiny little patch because I think it'll show up on the camera really well, the stark contrast that it makes just by giving it a light sand before giving it its final buff. And here we are guys, as we move the camera along, you can see the difference where we actually sanded it and polished it compared to the rest. It has a much smoother glass-like finish compared to the horrid orange peel. So on that note, there's a lot of work that we've got ahead of us. We're going to have to sand back these 3 panels on the car, and we've got to get the whole lot buffed before doing the rest of the car. But as you can see, we are getting our results. Let's hook in. Happy days. Time to get these installed. Here's our carnage on our drive shaft. So what we've got to do is pop these circlips off, remove the uni joint, because right inside there we have a nut that we've got to strip out. Once we take that nut off, this will slide off, and then we can slide out our bearing and put our replacement in. Bit of a pain in the arse really. Interior, done. Polishing, done. Mechanicals, done. We are now on the final part of this downhill run. Time to get him together. And here it is, guys. We finally hit the most exciting part of any build, and that's the final assembly. we've got just one more thing to finish off this build. We've gone and picked up a nice set of 20-inch Simmons wheels for $900, and this is going to set off the car beautifully. And there we are, guys. That wraps up the completion of our mini resto on the BA Ghia. I got to say, I'm really happy with the way that it's turned out. It is a 20-year-old car. The majority of this paint work and body work is still the original, so there are a few scrapes and knocks and dents that are still present, but overall it presents absolutely brilliantly for the kind of car that it is. Now, if we take a little bit of a breakdown, let's take a look at our cost for something like this. We had our initial purchase price of $2,000. We then spent a further $900 on our Simmons wheels, a further $400 on our used parts, about $350 on our brand new service parts, around $400 for our paint, a further $400 with tint, a further $250 on our LPG, about $100 on our polish and materials, and around about $200 in our fuel and expenses. So for a grand total of around $5,000, we've got absolutely stellar results considering what it looks like, and we're now ready for Rego and time to enjoy. So make sure you join us in our future episodes. We are going to be towing with the Ghia moving forward. We've got a bit of a road trip coming up, so we'll catch you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers, guys. A light sanding before giving it its final buff. Oh, you son of a bitch. Do that again. Oh, you turd. Oh, fucking ouch, cunt. Oh, that's bleeding. Get off, you prick. Oh, fuck, I got the wrong fucking size. Oh, for fuck's sake.